for us, Dave.
And Molly, Oregon coming into tonight got here about 45 minutes before tip. They were staying out in Torrance, and it took them well over an hour to get here as Brooks starts the game. Been fifth in rebounding and scoring as well.
Oregon has to get a great offensive start.
And they do it the other night.
At Washington as well. Terrible pass, Lonzo Ball.
And here's Bell, the Long Beach native, gets the basket and a foul. Scored 20 points, a season high.
That was Welsh's first game back after being out with a knee injury. He's doing fine right now. The team's best free throw shooter as well.
Here's Bell and Brooks, an open look. You got to get it. He's a very important player in this Oregon team.
He's the leader. He's the emotional guy. He's the stability, the Rock of Gibraltar. Oldest guy in the history of the Conference of Champions.
Ennis played at Rice and at Villanova before coming to Oregon. He's from Canada. As Brooks misses, they'll have Lonzo Ball up top. They were not doing that earlier. Right now they're in man with Ball defending Peyton Pritchard.
And one of the advantages that gives you is length up top so that they can't just see over the top and pass wherever they want to. UCLA has to get the ball to TJ Leaf at the high post if they're going to be successful in the set offense tonight. Great ball movement by the Ducks.
Ennis a shooting
weapons who can score in such a variety of ways. And when Isaac Hamilton is on fire, they seem to like this call. But
that's because they saw the flop. There's Welsh with the
joining us here in the second half.
I'll ask Dick as Brooks misses how he ever served.
The only Oregon native on this entire roster for Dana Altman now in his 7th year.
Beautiful Oregon.
When you talk to Lonzo Ball about his favorite players, LeBron James. You know, it's a whole new generation out here. Chris Boucher into the lineup right now. TJ Leaf, so critically important. His matchup here with Dylan Brooks.
Here's Boucher for three. Air ball.
Boucher does not have the experience of playing all these huge games. Dylan Brooks been playing his entire life. Coming on one. They don't have to resort to gimmicks, to double teams. They can just flat out say, I'm guarding you here, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wow, deep three here. He's accepted his role, and he's thrived.
Tough, fierce, can do everything. Tyler Dorsey, got to come and deliver some offense.
And he does at 2 points. 18-10, Oregon in front by 8. 6.5 minutes gone by. Here's Brooks, goes right at the defender. Oh my goodness! By Lonzo Ball for his first points of the night.
Oregon's set offense has been so good, the Bruins have not been able to get out in transition.
Here's Dorsey attacking. And terrific year.
No, we don't want to take away from Joe Young or Oregon. But all the games I did, TJ McConnell was clearly the best player.
Bill, here's that zone with Ball up top. Something that Steve Alford has adjusted since the first meeting late December.
Great pass, Casey Benson.
Dorsey nails it. Attention now from the NBA folks. He's a freshman from Corona, California.
But he's not right yet. He missed the first 5 games of the season with a knee surgery in October. Missed a game last week in Washington State with that same sore knee.
But as you would say, Bill, he's a winner of the genetic lottery, and that's what the NBA people love is boy.
The refs and just keep playing and attacking that rim every time. Boucher's got to finish.
He missed again. Maybe the moment too big for UCLA here. Pritchard for 3. Off target.
Look at Tyler Dorsey.
Who do you got?
Steph Curry. Come on. Who do you say?
Steph Curry. But he's not little. I mean, Steph is bigger than you think. He's 6'3", but
he's not 6'3".
He's got maybe 5 out of your mind. He's like 6'8", 6'9".
Everybody under 6'10" looks exactly the same.
Dorsey fouled by here. Well, let him play unless there's a foul. Then blow the whistle. Here's Brooks for 3 on the money.
Absolutely spectacular. What in the head-to-head series between these two great schools, UCLA has basically a 2-to-1 lead over time. But Oregon has won the last 3. Throw it down. What a pass.
It matter, though. They barely got to shoot around, but it didn't matter.
This game is a long way from being over.
Well, just the fact it didn't matter is the way they're shooting the ball here, mid-40s percentage-wise.
Oregon had that game in complete control early on up at Eugene. And then Lonzo Ball just took over from three-point land.
Pritchard can't answer.
Excel in every aspect of the game. Both of these teams, they pass the ball. Great defense there. Oh, Boucher, man. Chris, that hot hand, give him the confidence. 7-man rotation here for Dana Altman. They really have 7 starters. Casey Benson and Boucher have both spent major times during their careers as starters for Dana Altman.
Brooks, a deep three-pointer. Almost banked it in.
UCLA does in assist-to-turnover ratio. And here they are being forced to play one-on-one basketball, not the strength of their game. But now the Ducks seem to have just slowed down a little bit here.
Boucher from the corner. That's his spot. Switch it.
When they honored Kareem at halftime for his Presidential Medal of Freedom, that's just inexcusable.
6 minutes to go here in the first half. Boucher again, this time short.
We're ready, and they have delivered. Dana is not a guy who ever makes excuses. He was hired by Pat Kilkenny 7 years ago, just before the opening of Matthew Knight Arena, and the Ducks have never looked back. Greatest 7 years in their program's history. When I got Red Auerbach and Larry Bird on the phone, they said, yeah, come on, we'll take you on our squad. And it was fantastic to play against Magic. What a competitor. What a spirit. What a force of nature. Thank you for your life, Magic. Possessions. That's the perfect offensive basketball that we're coming to expect. We saw it in Maui against UConn, the 3rd game. Dylan Ennis, can he get it back? No.
And Hollings for the Bruins. Everybody on their feet here at Pauling. Bell, no.
Phoenix for the NCAA title. This crowd is electric right now.
14 straight UCLA points, but Dorsey.
When they're not fast breaking with Lonzo Ball. TJ Leaf at the high post. Ike, who has regressed with that knee problem. Just playing 18 minutes a game. His breakout game against Kentucky at Lexington. Great.
Bell with 100 straight win. Here the Bruins within 5 again. They trailed by 19 earlier in the half. Bryce Alford has 12 points.
Congratulations, Gino. Go for 200.
Go for 200. I don't know if he's going to coach that long. Ennis
of Ike Anibogu.
Hard to get around him. Here's Pritchard.
At some point, somebody's got to shoot that ball from the perimeter. You just can't keep this faux weave here. And these inconsequential pump fakes.
I think it's a real weave, not a faux one. Shot clock at 3.
Down.
Bell missed the layup, and look at Pritchard.
Happens when you got a guy who can play the high post offensively, because Jordan has to come away from the basket.
Pritchard again, back to the averages 8 per game. Oregon holding for the final shot of the half.
Give it to Dylan Brooks and let him drive to the hoop. Or Tyler Dorsey, one of the two.
Dorsey to Ennis, 3 ball, no. Bell did not get it off in time. It won't count. It didn't.
They got to get Leaf and Ball going here in the second half.
Well, Bill was complaining that Ball was on the bench, and when he complained about it, they went on a 14-0 run.
Why take your best player out of the game?
Well, they went on a 14-0 run.
These guys can't miss. There's another from outside.
Dick, I've still got my lucky coin. Remember the coin from the...
We never had that option, and that's why we had teams at UCLA that continued to win titles.
Here in the second half. Here's Bell.
Available, I guess.
And he's fouled by Thomas Wells.
Plays.
The 2 play-by-play guys say it's a foul. We overrule you.
You can leave any time.
That.
Sean Miller, the masters of preparation, the masters of development. All the other coaches are trying to get there.
Right now,
can Oregon sustain, though?
if Oregon wins, it'll be tied with Arizona atop the Pac-12 standings, and they only play once, Arizona and Oregon, and the Ducks beat them by almost 30 as Pritchard misses.
You see a second. Come on, that's a very tough shot. Please.
Here's Dorsey.
When was the last time you made that shot? This game's just getting started. Good. Let it go all night long. Let Dick Enberg come back.
He's retired, Bill. Sorry.
He's not retired. He's just doing different stuff right now, including his fantastic play, McGuire, an 8-week run in Milwaukee.
Dorsey, you're going to be on with Van Pelt after the game. What do you just call him?
It's a turtle, right? It's a terrapin.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure that you weren't saying he was a turtle as Dylan Brooks.
You're the face of the Pac-12 Conference of Champions. Oregon's on top. They're winning this game.
I don't want to talk about Phil Knight. I want to talk about number 10 versus number 5. As much as I respect Phil Knight, he's not a topic of conversation right now.
He's a Hall of Fame member from the University of Oregon. We talked about Ann Myers.
Here's Dorsey.
Talked about Dick Enberg.
Well, it is Dick Enberg night. That's why we talked about Dick and had him on.
Shot clock, talk about him every night.
Here's Dorsey with 1 on the timer. Got it.
Come on, stick a fork in it, please.
And now Dorsey, a 3-on-1. 7 times a day.
Exquisitely sharp tonight. The sharpness has belonged to the Oregon Ducks. Can they sustain, though?
Both teams are 21-3 overall. UCLA lost here at home to Arizona. 1 at Kentucky. This would be its biggest Pac-12 win if the Bruins can come back from 13 down with 13 minutes to go.
3 conference losses to all real good teams for UCLA. Oregon, Arizona,
and SC. And they lost to Oregon at the buzzer as Dorsey forces it up. Oregon trying to calm the crowd down, which desperately wants to get into it. A full house here. Hardest ticket to get in a long time at Pauley. Ennis in and out. Bell almost tipped it in. But Hamilton.
List for you, please.
Superman?
Supermensch, Shep Gordon.
He said Superman.
The shoe dog of Hollywood and entertainment. Tasty Benson. That Bell out of the game, and the Bruins just have a field day playing like Karch Karai, Jim Mingus, Kent Steffes, Greg Lee, right at the rim, right at the net. Send it back.
By the way, that camera that you saw, the camera shot, that's actually on ESPN3. You can actually watch my reaction to all of Bill's commentary.
Dylan Ennis is everywhere. You know, Dylan Ennis wasn't that good of a high school player.
Here's Boucher from the corner. Loves that spot, but misfire. Joe over here.
Slow Joe, why are you so deprecating, please?
That's his nickname.
No
he
way.
loves it. Joe Sullivan.
Please, he's quick as can be.
Here's Brooks. Gets it rejected. 7 straight points. The Bruins had a 14-0 run in the first half. I think the players are having trouble hearing Altman, who's calling out a play from the hash mark.
It has to be visual. Who's going to create offensively? Who can finish?
Dorsey, no.
And now he needs some creativity in this matchup, head-to-head. Lonzo Ball, Dylan Brooks.
Ball has struggled, though. 1 of 5 from 3. Does have 8 rebounds, but just 1 assist for Ball, who comes in number 2 in the country in that category.
What did Bill Russell say? The only thing that matters, who wins the game. Wow.
Dorsey hanging.
Jay, Bell, Brooks up front. Benson, Dorsey out in front. No weaknesses whatsoever.
Number 10 UCLA, number 5 Oregon. Wow. Dorsey all the way to the... Off of Dorsey's foot and out of...
He told me the seniors came to him in the summer and said, you be our leader, we will go as you go. Dave?
And he's got 10 points now for UCLA, which is within 5, under 8 to play. Here's Bell trying to power his way over Leaf.
Years, I was not the wife Marie right next to him. She's in the row behind him. The whole family has got that section there. Ducks need offense. They need to fly with wings of their own. Be men of Oregon here.
Here's Brooks, off balance, can't. On UCLA, again 3 on Leaf. Here's Dylan Ennis, hit a couple of big threes in the first half. He'll take another one off the mark.
Look at Jordan Bell.
To Boucher. And Boucher.
1990 or...
And they just did, if they hadn't yet.
It's always a good idea to let the boss make the announcements, please.
Come on, when you're on the MegaCast, all you were doing was talking about that the entire game before anybody had put that out there, so I don't want to hear it from you.
UCLA's defense, solid, individual, no gimmicks.
Here's Brooks. Shot clock at 1. Benson has to fire. And there's Brooks for the offensive rebound. The Bruins just stood around.
Ton of time, please. They're up against the shot clock literally every time. Lonzo Ball is taking over on the offensive end. Somebody from the Ducks have got to send these Bruins back home.
They are home. Here's Benson with 4 on the shot clock. Now Bell with 2.
And he loves to play defense.
Got a foul. Well, Magic was 6'9". I don't think I call him small. He was a point guard, but he's 6'9", 6'10".
Have you? Everybody under 6'11" looks exactly the same.
I can't hear you right now.
What?
I'm not complaining, though. Oregon by 1.
Well, Oregon's standing around. They've lost their spark offensively.
Here's Dorsey for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Here's Brooks down the lane. Wild shot. Cleared by both.
From the dead. Do they have another big run in them right now, or did they leave it on the freeway, the 405, trying to get here from Torrance prior to the game?
Oregon has missed its last 7 field goal tries. No points in almost 4 minutes. Will they go to Brooks, who hit that game-winning 3?
Who can create?
Here's Dorsey. He's had a good night. But look at the defense by the Bruins. Shot clock at 1. Dorsey gets it off. 1 foul on Bell. Appears to be okay. Here's Pritchard driving. Wild shot. 1. Brooks is open. 4-3. In and out.
Look at Jordan Bell.
Lonzo Ball has taken over the second half, but Pritchard comes back. 3-pointer Dorsey. No good. Oh, Bell went for the stuff and he was fouled. He got it.
Whoa, great change of pace.
Pritchard with 7. 5 seconds left. Bell.
Terrible offensive set.
Pritchard for 3. Short.